Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I'm not gonna lie, Jax and I slept in a little bit this morning, and I had a crazy dream. And we slept in a little, and it was kind of nice. Happy Father's Day, guys. Does everybody want to say Happy Father's Day to Raymond, the man, the myth, the legend? Hope you're doing well, Dad. I love you so much. Miss you a lot. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Let's tap the screen. Let's share the live. Let's do all of the good things. Jackson is watching Mickey Mouse Christmas in the background because it's like his favorite movie literally ever. Tell Fish with Feet I said hello, and hello to you as well, Finn. As you guys notice, the goal is back to its normal amount today, and the reason being is because I am unable to do the show this evening. So my husband's out of town, and it's Father's Day, and that sucks. But I want to be able to talk to him if he has the time to call this evening. And also, I will be taking Pterodactyl to his first drive-in movie. They are playing Toy Story 5 at our local drive-in. So, Pterodactyl and I are going to be staying up late watching Toy Story 5 tonight. So I will not be able to bring the show to you guys this evening. Hey! So we're going to work really hard, and we're going to knock out this goal. And yeah, we're going to get some debates going, and we're going to have a great day. So, guys, top of the hour story. So we all know last night it seemed Donald Trump had lost his fucking mind with... So sorry. With this post right here, we all thought Donald Trump was losing it. Great daughter, my honor, President DJT. And all of us were like, who the heck is this lady? Right? It seems a reporter may have cracked the code. Her name is Margot Katsimatidis. I don't know how to pronounce that. Beautiful woman. So this picture is dated back to the Clinton era. This is at a retreat in Camp David. So I was reading this, which I don't normally use raw story for like a source, but so the photos of Camp David presidential retreat where Trump happens to be spending the weekend and dating it to the Clinton administration. Smith built his case from the furnishings matching the sofa cushions to old Camp David photos and spotting a presidential call box on the side table. The device he noted Trump refers to as his Diet Coke button. He identified Margot and John Katsimatidis as enormously wealthy New York retail magnates and longtime political donors, and added that Margot was involved in building the chapel at Camp David. What Smith could not crack was the caption. None of this goes any way to explain why Trump called Margot great daughter in a Truth Social post, he wrote, putting his confidence in the identification at about 85%. The account Rogue POTUS staff offered a theory that filled in the blank, suggesting the photo shows Margot at Camp David during Bill Clinton's term, and that the great daughter Trump meant is actually her daughter, Andrea, the chairwoman of Manhattan Republican Party. By that reading, the president posted a decade-old picture of the mother while praising the daughter. It's a bit of a reach for the reasoning why he called her his daughter or called her great daughter, because I mean, he didn't really say my daughter, but the whole thing is still weird. But this woman definitely looks more like the woman in the photo. So, good morning, Tired Teta. Good morning, Andrea. So yeah, guys, let's tap the screen, share the live, do all the good things. I think we cracked the code. Her name is Margot. But does anyone remember that sound? Apple user, this is a political discussion. If you would like to come up and have a discussion, feel free to hit that multi-guest button down at the bottom of your screen. We were just cracking the code of a Truth Social post Donald Trump made last night about a woman who was not his daughter. Is what we were discussing. All right. So let us do a perusion of Truth Social since we are here. Happy Father's Day. Our country is doing great. Record jobs numbers and stock market. Best economy ever. Greatest military in the world by far. We are winning on all fronts. Winning like never before. God bless you all. President Donald J. Trump. And then it goes into the post from last night. I haven't been on True Social in a while, though. Like, okay, so what? All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do some live fact checking. What are the jobs numbers since Trump took office? Good morning, Easy. Josh, there's a phone number down at the bottom of your screen instead of just being like hateful in the comments of the YouTube to say also fuck Pride Month. Why don't you call in and we can have a discussion about it? You just look like a silly bigot if you stay in the comments. You know what I mean? 901-209-9404, brother. Give it a call. Line's open. Good morning, Red Rooster. Okay, so let's see. What am I looking for? Here we go. Let's see, monthly. All right, here we go. So this is, okay, so this is job day analysis. This is from the Economic Policy Institute. So this is the job report. May growth was stronger than expected, but slowing wage growth exacerbates affordability concerns. So the national unemployment rate stayed at 4.3%. Phoebe, you actually hear Mickey Mouse Christmas. We did net 172,000 jobs in May. Share of prime working age population with a job was 80.8%. However, we did lose 333,000 net federal jobs since January of 2025. So down here, let's check this out because Donald Trump says we have historic jobs numbers, right? So this is from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, BLS, current employment statistics, okay? So it looks like 3-month average for employment in January 2023 was 279 compared to now at 188.3. This is employment change by industry, thousands between April and May. Manufacturing is not doing great. We're at negative 68%. Well, wait, no, that's not percent, just negative 68. Oh, these are thousands. So negative 68,000 since January of 2025. Yikes. But yeah, so like historic jobs numbers where? This looks like a crazy heartbeat. That's insane. I like the way that looks. Nominal wage growth and average hourly earnings for all workers year over year change, 3-month change annualized, and 1-month change annualized. So the 1 month is the super, super light blue number at 3.9%. The 3-month is the slightly darker one at 2.8%, and the year over year is 3.4%, the darkest one. S2 for you, Violet. Tell me that you don't know about the 1994 assault weapons ban without telling me that you don't know about the 1994 assault weapons ban. All right, guys, if you're over on the TikTok, just please tap the screen, share the live, do all of the good things that are going to keep us into the algorithm. Let's make sure we're hitting this rose gold. It's going to keep us cycled through the FYP. If you're over on the YouTube, make sure you leave a thumbs up. Chris Jensen says he might not be in the United States. Josh, is it in the United States? What are we talking about, Chris? Manufacturing has come back from China. People have got to realize they might have to pay more to keep the jobs in the country. Are you even looking at these comments? So, Chris, it does take me a minute to go back and forth between the comments. We are live on 3 different platforms right now, so I do apologize for that if that bothers you. But I'm going to tell you, like I tell my toddler, patience is a virtue, and a virtue never hurts you, son. So let's just have like a little patience, right? So we have lost. If we go to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, we've lost almost a million manufacturing jobs since Donald Trump took office. I would love for you to call in and let me know where these manufacturing jobs from China have come from, where they are, etc. That would be, if you could provide a source for that, that would be helpful. So, yeah. Right now, we're just going over the fact that Donald Trump said we have record jobs numbers, and that the economy is great. And according to all of the metrics, none of those things are true. I mean, unemployment is still doing all right. It's staying right where it needs to sort of be. Like, but other than that, like we're not doing very hot here. All right, let's go over some current events. Let's see what we got going on for the day. Bum, 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 bum. Hold on a second. I have a message. Oh, S2 4U. You're the guy who was on my friend RJ's live talking about child labor, aren't you? Hold on. Let me... Just a second, chat. Oh, wait, no. Sorry, that one's not you, but I believe RJ did post a video about you. You're right, that one's not you, about child labor, but hold on, let me see. What were the gross things you were saying on my friend RJ's live? Did RJ post the clip? Yeah, no, sorry, I got you confused with the child labor guy. That's absolutely my bad. Let's see if we can find it. Right, but doesn't matter if you've been on his live in months or not. What's the gross thing that you said? I mean, if you'd like to come up and talk about gun reform, I'm totally open to having that conversation. I think if you hear me out, you'd actually agree with me more than you disagree with me. I feel like I have something in my eyeball. Let's see. No, so Anthony, I think we've cracked the code. So it looks like the woman in the picture is actually a woman named Margot. This is a photo from a Camp David retreat that I guess Donald Trump happens to be at this weekend. So this is what Margot looks like today. Which if we compare the two photos. Can I zoom in on this one? But yeah, they look pretty similar. Yeah. So that was the first thing I looked into this morning. I was like, somebody has had to crack this by now. All right, TikTok. What are we doing? What are these likes? What are these shares? We're just going to sit here. We're just going to sit here and hang out until y'all get it together. Because what do you mean I'm going to put in the work and you guys aren't going to put in the work in return? That's crazy. If y'all want to just sit here and stare at each other, we could just sit here and stare at each other. Ooh, Phoebe, your body is going to love-hate that. Like, we've been live for 15 minutes, guys, and we're at 1,700 likes. And not a single heart is moving. Guys, if you don't want me to come on in the mornings anymore, you can just say that. You don't have to do this, like, weird thing of, like, not tapping the screen and, like, hyping me up in the comments. I'm seeing y'all. I'm watching y'all. So here's what we're going to do. Because we're not going to hit the For You page at this point. I'm going to hit a quick reset. And when we come back, we're going to power tap the screen. And we're going to share the live so we can get some debates going. James, I know you are a Trump supporter, or at least on the right. So if you could come back, and we could have a conversation, that would be great. And I'm telling y'all right now, if y'all don't tap this screen and share this live, I'm not putting in the work today. I will just fucking leave. I will just leave and go DoorDash because I don't want to do this. I love you guys. Let's get it together. Okay. YouTube, Twitch, you stay right there. Nothing's going to happen to you. We're going to hit a quick reset. Deal, Shishka. BRB chat. Hi, Samantha. Good morning. I love your face. Trying to get everybody to tap the screen and share the live. They're doing a terrible job. Before you know what? I agree. I agree, before. Here we go. Let's power tap that screen, share the live, do all the good things. Samantha, were you here last night when we saw this crazy True Social post that Donald Trump made about a woman who was not his daughter that says, "Great daughter, my honor, President DJT"? Because if you haven't seen that, you should go check it out. It's wild. All right, let's open up the multi-guest button. Remember, guys, the phone line is also open. So, guys, over on the Tube of Views, you guys have it much easier over on the Tube of Views. All you have to do is hit the thumbs up button, leave a couple of comments, hang out in the chat. Vaughn Xavier, I invite you to call the number at the bottom of your screen so that way we can call and have a conversation. Oh, yeah. So, Samantha, here, let me show you this. So, Donald Trump posted this last night, and we were all trying to figure out who the frick this woman was. It says, so this is Donald Trump's True Social. It says, "Great daughter, my honor, President DJT." And we were all like, who the fuck is this? And so, yeah, it's strange. Let's see if this is a opposition. Hi, Amani. Are you a Trump supporter?
السلام عليكم كيف حالك إن شاء الله تكونوا بخير.
Sorry, brother. We are just looking for Trump supporters. I appreciate you, though. TikTok DJ Nico says, "Look who's still crying." I didn't realize you guys have all seen me cry. Am I crying right now? Hey, Justina. TikTok DJ says, "TDS is real." You know, it's really weird that you're still using a phrase coined by a child predator. You should look up Justin Eichhorn, TikTok. Justin Eichhorn was a representative, I believe, in Minnesota or Michigan. And he was the one trying to write legislation making TDS an actual illness, and then come to find out he was soliciting a minor for sex. So if, like, that's the person you want to put your, like, your cart behind, then, like, that's a choice. But it's not a choice I would make. Trump lives rent-free in your head. It's almost like he's the president of the United States, and the things that he says and does affects, like, myself and my children. Isn't that so weird? Roughhouse Genetics says, "Talking about Trump every day, all day is a mental illness. Except I don't do this all day. I do this for a couple of hours a day. I have some conversations, I educate some people, I make a little money to feed my kids, and then I go spend the day with my children, having fun and doing other things." Don't you have anything else to do at 8:15 in the morning? Sure don't, actually, on a Sunday. George Soros money. All right, guys, you saw it. Here it is. Let's pin this comment. George Soros has been mentioned. Make sure you go to the link tree in my bio. Let's start off the dollar and change train for change. That's where you guys send me $1 and your favorite change and watch as I suffer and do math. So let's make sure we're hitting the dollar and change train for change. Get the grift on. Oh, it's so funny. Oh, I love it here, guys. This is so funny. Let's see. Xavier isn't supposed to be on the internet without parental supervision. Oof. Joel says it. Joel over on YouTube says it's all women till it's no women. Joel, why don't you call the number? Thank you for the 100 bits. I don't know what that does, but it's cool. I appreciate that. If you were in New Hampshire, you'd support Stacy Lofton. I am not sure who Stacy Lofton is. Let's look her up. Let's check out Stacy Lofton's policies. Sentenced to 33 years for child exploitation? No, thank you. Nope, wouldn't support Stacy at all, actually, because I don't believe in harming children. I would actually argue that I am more into protecting children than the Republican Party and pro-lifers as a whole, because I not only believe that children shouldn't be harmed, I believe that they should be clothed, I believe that they should be fed, I believe these things should be readily available to anyone, no matter what, even if it means our government has to do it. Meanwhile, you guys voted for the party that just cut 4 million children off of food stamps, and now 1 in 5 kids don't know where their next meal is coming from. Are you guys okay? Bits are like gifts in TikTok. Oh, well, thank you, Balder. I appreciate that. That's very helpful. I'm very new to Twitch and YouTube, so I appreciate that a lot. Jackson Avery Dean, what are we doing? I forgot to move my camera below my Mind Your Business box. He doesn't know what he's doing, guys. What are you doing? But you want abortions. I want women to have the right to make choices for their own bodies. Hey, what are you doing, cutie patootie? What are you doing? Are you singing? Oh, you just giving me love? You make me shout.
No sing.
No singing, okay.
Only cars.
Only Cars?
Yeah.
You're not even watching Cars, you're watching Goofy. Silly goose.
No, I'm watching cars.
Do you want to watch Cars?
Now.
Give me a kiss. Oh,
Ow, ow.
I'm getting the best hugs.
I want to play my patrol game.
You can play your Paw Patrol game as soon as I'm done with my show. All right, James, I'm going to look up this bill. Jackson, I need you to get down.
Why?
Because Mommy's busy right now. All right, I think we may have an op in the box. Give me just a second, chat. Hi, Jake. Are you a Trump supporter?
I wouldn't say supporter. I voted for him. I am a Republican. I just came up for the 1, 2, 3, 4th point that you have.
Alrighty, can I have your age for TikTok?
Sure, 36.
And what state are you from?
Whew, that's a good one. I was born in South Carolina. We'll just go there.
Okay, are you voting in South Carolina?
Nah.
Okay, well, I like to know what state you vote in, so that way if we need to go over any legislation in your state, I know what state to look up. So I'm from Indiana.
Yeah, currently I'm voting in Oklahoma, but I'm not in Oklahoma.
Okay, 1 second, please.
Everybody, while she's away handling the business with the kids, why don't y'all share this out to an adult? You know, no children. Just share it out to adults, man.
Thank you so much for that, Jake, and thank you for your patience. Sorry, I have a toddler. My husband goes out of town for work, and it's just him and I. So,
Definitely, you spoke before, just under a new profile. But Republicans, what do you stand for? I can't speak for everybody right now. But we're supposed to be the party of the Constitution, the party of law and order, the party that believes in God, not this fake Christian nationalist that they've been giving us, or anti-Muslim rhetoric, or anti-LGBTQ. No, that's not what the party is supposed to be centered on. When people say Christian values, I want people to understand that this is a place where you're supposed to be able to practice whatever you want to practice, as long as it's not infringing on somebody else's, rights or whatnot. So I just think that Republicans are supposed to stand for what the Constitution stands for. It's hard to see that right now because nobody's standing for the Constitution. I just wanted to put that out there. It's not just Democrats and leftists and liberals that are upset with the president. It's the independent, ultra MAGA conservatives as well. Just wanted to put that out there.
well, I appreciate that so much, Jake. Like, how do you plan on voting in your midterms?
I didn't vote.
Well, I mean, your midterms haven't happened yet. They happen in November, so there's still time.
They actually did.
No,
DC and
primaries
Oklahoma.
happened. Your
Oh,
primaries
sorry.
happened.
Yeah, I didn't vote in the primaries, and I'm not voting in the midterms.
Well, I urge you to actually just do some research and potentially change your mind. I know you're a Republican, but I think the way that we're going to be able to change the tides and be able to stop this administration from doing the egregious things that it is doing of violating the Constitution is, unfortunately, I'm not a vote blue no matter who person, but I think this year specifically, we need to vote for progressives and Democrats to put some guardrails back in our government, or else everything's gonna fall apart and change as a whole by 2028, in my opinion. So I urge you to just think on it a little more and
Yeah,
do some research as to who's running.
Well, I've thought about it, and I'm looking at who's running, but I remember back last year, right? Let's remember when that government shut down. The Democrats and the Republicans couldn't come to an agreement over health care and social programs because of ICE, right? They couldn't come to an agreement. The government stayed down. People didn't get paid at TSA. People missed food stamps. But they came to an agreement to make sure that Israel was a part of our defense budget. They came to an agreement. They came to so many agreements that don't affect the American people first, to the point I'm looking at these people and I feel like it's a fucking game at this point. Democrats and Republicans. And yeah, Trump's leading the circus, but you're asking me to vote for people who literally locked us out of our own money, our own social services last year.
Right.
So I'm looking at this and
the plan is, right, that if we put the guardrails back in 2026, by 2028, we can primary the people who are taking AIPAC money. We can primary the people who are putting Israel first, whether it be on the Republican or the Democratic side. We can lay down the base now for independent candidates to have an actual viable candidate in 2028 for president. But if you don't get out in your midterms and you don't vote, you're not a part of that progress.
after watching what happened to Thomas Massey, I lost a little confidence in actually being able to use my voice to elect the people that I want to elect. And whether you're a Democrat or a Republican, Thomas Massey stood for the Constitution, man.
He did. Absolutely. I agree. But that's why in your midterm specifically, your local and state level, this is where your vote matters the most. Because until we move away from the electoral college, you sit out these type of votes in your midterms, you don't get to play a part in picking your electorate who ultimately casts your vote for president.
I mean, you're right, but this is the thing. Now, I voted for this guy. All right, y'all can chastise me about that in the comments. That's cool. But now, hindsight is starting to kick in. This guy didn't want to leave when he lost an election clearly. Now he has a lot of people inside of the government, and I'm not even sure if they're going to certify election results. And that's just my opinion, right? But I haven't seen this guy take a loss on anything. And, I don't think it's just Republicans that are helping him out. I think there are some Democrats that are literally being ineffective enough that's actually helping the president. It's helping Republicans get elected. So I'm in DC because I came out here to investigate some things. And from what I saw with my own eyes, it's both sides. It's not just Trump. It's not just the Democrats. It's both of these people.
Right. And I agree with the both side argument to a point, right? But sitting out in your elections, especially your local and state elections, isn't going to fix the problem. It's just going to make it worse.
And you're right, but if we vote, right, if we were to vote in this election, and let's just say people were to go in and they didn't do what we voted for again, this is our last chance. We're at that $40 trillion line for our debt. Whoever comes in next has to save the country. I just want to let you know, the president that come in, they're going to raise taxes on us. They have no choice, Democrat or Republican, because of what happened during this administration. So we need somebody who's going to come in and literally save America with this next president. Because if we don't, I don't think we're going to have a country much longer.
Right, but if you don't go out, if you don't vote in your midterm elections, we're going to wind up with somebody like Gavin Newsom on the ticket. I don't like Gavin Newsom. I don't want Gavin Newsom to run for president in 2028, but if he's the Democrat on the ballot, I will vote for Gavin.
I might just have to sit out that election and just
So
watch.
again,
I mean, because I'm not going to put my vote
falls
into
apart,
somebody.
Jake. If the country falls apart because you didn't do your civic duty, that's not on me. That's on you.
And what-
I'm the one making
and
an
what
effort
if-
and trying here, and you're like, I give up.
Well, what if the country falls apart after I do my civic duty? Then who do I blame?
The people who didn't go out and vote, just like the people who
No.
didn't go out and vote in yes, the people who did not go out and vote in 2024, only about half of the voting, like the people who were registered to vote, actually went out and voted. The people who sat out the election are part of the reason why Donald Trump got into office again.
So why do you think that somebody else would have done better than what's happening right now? Like, who's going to do better?
I think Kamala Harris absolutely would have done better than Donald Trump.
On which measure?
Her tax plan was vastly better than Donald Trump's. She didn't run
I
on
agree.
blanket tariffs that were going to cost the American people more money and start trade wars with people like China. We just had to go on bended knee and beg China to buy the rest of our soybeans, so that way the farmers here in Indiana weren't fucked. Doge wouldn't have come in and cut the program to make sure cows coming across the border were healthy, so we wouldn't have the screwworm. It's not an epidemic yet, but the screwworm problem that we have, because right now we're putting legacy farmers in a predicament. If one of their cows tests positive for screwworm, they can't send any of those cattle to market, which means they have to call in a vet to mitigate the problem. They have to report it to the USDA, or they ignore it, they don't report it, and they send those cattle to market because they don't want to lose their farms that they've had for generations and generations and generations. We're about to watch beef prices skyrocket because Argentina can't send us enough beef.
Yeah, we had high beef prices under Joe as well. Chicken prices, we had the cold chickens, cold cows, or whatnot.
That was because of a
1000%,
global pandemic.
Well, not just, but after that as well, there was something that happened with the chickens,
The bird
and
flu,
it wasn't
right.
because of the right. It wasn't just a pandemic. So yeah, prices go up under these presidents for different reasons. But when I look at what
I'm
Kamala
talking
was trying
about
to
$80 a
when I-
pound
when I-
for ground beef.
But right, yeah, that's high. That's very high. I'm not.
What do you pay
Not
right now
disputing
for
that.
ground beef?
I haven't bought a pound of ground beef in a while. I've been eating out, to be honest.
Well, that's not healthy. We got to get you together on some groceries, guy.
Well, you must not have been to. Never mind. I don't want to dox myself. But I guess what I'm getting at is when you look at what Kamala was doing with her tax plan, you're right. It was better. She was going to tax the rich. We know that there's something that comes behind that. You know, if you tax rich people, which I believe we should do, are they going to keep our prices low, the same, or are they going to raise them? They're probably
not gonna
going
raise the
to raise.
prices.
I don't know why they wouldn't.
Because the billionaires are coming out right now and telling people, like the CEO of Nvidia, a man who retired from BlackRock in New York, like multiple billionaires are coming out right now saying we want to pay higher taxes. We love the country that we're in. We love the states that we're
Okay.
in, and
Okay,
we
Miss
wouldn't
Emma.
even notice. We
Miss
wouldn't
Emma,
even
if you're-
notice
if-
these taxes
Miss-
coming out of some broker account somewhere, some way. It wouldn't
Miss-
change our everyday life. You're
Miss
talking
Emma, if
about
you're
going.
correct-
Hold on, I'm still speaking. You're
But you cut
talking
me off
about
that
going
first
from
time, though.
$7. You're talking about going from $7 a pound to $80 a pound because of a screw room problem that Doge created, while Elon Musk cut programs that lined his pockets, making him the first trillionaire in the world.
Right. So, but we were talking about the tax stuff, right? And that's why I was when you cut me off. Literally, if billionaires were going to keep their prices the same, then when Trump did the tariffs, we wouldn't have had to pay more for things. If they were going to just eat the increase of an operating cost. And so when I look at what Kamala wanted to do, I think it was very smart to try to tax the rich people, but at the same time, you're handing out money to people who might not be able to pay you back. And the only reason I'm saying that is because in the 90s, we did the same thing. We put people in houses that they could not afford. And then we deregulated things inside of the housing market and did all these predatory loans. Well, then in 2008, we had to bail out these housing markets and banks and everything because we told them that the taxpayer would pick up their bill. Kamala wanted to do the same thing with this $25,000, first time home buyer. That's great. But who's going to help them out with their property taxes in 2 years?
1 second. So, Shishka, thank you for the $1.69 for the grift. We're kicking off the goal. Thank you so much, Shishka. Okay, so here's the difference between blanket tariffs and just raising people's individual taxes, right? So when it comes to tariffs raise prices on goods. CEOs and companies are beholden to their shareholders. So when they see these prices raise that cut into their profit margins, they have to raise the price to keep their shareholders. Whereas if you raise taxes on an individual person, like the actual CEO of Walmart, the Walton family, who collectively have the most wealth in the world outside of Elon Musk individually, right? They don't notice those taxes coming out of some bank account that their accountant oversees because they have a bunch of them in like brokerage accounts because that's where they keep all their wealth. So there's a huge difference here in shareholders seeing their profit margins being encroached upon through tariffs and someone just writing a check for your taxes once a year that nobody pays attention to because it doesn't change where you shop, how you eat, what cars you buy, where you live, etc.
I hear what you're saying, but most of these people like Elon, they get paid in stock. So, unless they were going to do some type of tax reform to say that we can tax EFTs, then they still weren't going to be paying anything under some new tax plan. When I look at that corporate alternative minimum tax that was inside of the Inflation Reduction Act, great idea, but we watched it raise our prices. So you're saying that it won't happen, but prices shot up after the pandemic, and it's because our energy prices went up, not only because of that deal that Trump did in 2020, but also because we have a methane tax now and a corporate alternative minimum tax. So right around the time that stuff hit, we watched our prices go up, and Joe didn't tell us that.
So a friend of mine wants to point out that there's also another reason that we don't see a significant price increase in response to increases on corporate tax, and that's because under tariffs, a tax is on an import, so it's a single fee that's easy to pass on to a consumer. A corporate tax is on profit, which means if they do increase the price, that would increase the profit, which would increase the tax, which would decrease the profit. So it would cause an infinite feedback loop in corporations. So basically, again, shareholders, profit, individuals, taxes, not the same thing.
Right, but when you just talked about it, you said if they did increase the prices, it would make more tax revenue. If you look up the tax revenue that we've collected since 2022, we've collected more in taxes now than in our whole history. We've never collected more taxes by percentage than we have in history from 2022 till now. So, that means that companies made record profits, which means they had higher prices. We all know about that. Even when Trump won, they said that we voted for cheaper eggs.
So in 2024, there was 4.9 trillion taxes collected, which was about 16.79% of the GDP. Let me see. So what was 2022 and 2021?
Well, don't go to 21 because in 22, that's when we passed the Inflation Reduction Act.
So why not go to 21 though?
Because 22, it coincided with the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. And, Donald Trump cut taxes for all those billionaires. Joe came in and said, you guys are going to pay a minimum tax. You're going to pay a minimum of 15%. They got mad and they responded by raising our prices.
What?
Go and look it up. There's a 15% tax inside of the Inflation Reduction Act called the Corporate Alternative Minimum. And if you look at what prices did in 2023 after the Inflation Reduction Act went into effect, you're going to see that our prices went up because our energy prices went up and they had to pay more taxes.
Okay. Oh my God, dogs. Hey, there is a whole area for you guys. Why are we booty bumping me? You're 100 pounds. You're too big for that.
And y'all still not sharing this out with enough adults. Come on, guys. You have to share this with adults.
Oh, so sorry. Okay. So I know the tax rate that you're talking about. So, oh my goodness. But for example, Tesla in 2022, I believe, paid $0 in taxes, but Elon Musk paid $8 billion as an individual in taxes. So, like, how did he get away with that if the Inflation Reduction Act said he had to pay a 15% minimum?
I think you got it backwards. So Elon paid 0, but Tesla paid 8 billion.
Nope.
Yeah. Elon doesn't pay taxes. He receives stock.
Here. Right here. Tesla reported $0 in U.S. federal income taxes for the 2022 tax year. While they generated significant profits, the company utilized legal tax reduction strategies such as research and development, R&D credits, accelerated asset depreciation, and previous net operating loss to wipe out their federal tax liability for that year. Institution on Taxation and Economic Policy.
Okay. All right. I might be wrong on that. 2023 is when that law went into effect, right? It's when
You
the
just told me
inflation.
2022.
Yeah, it was signed in 2022. It went into effect in 2022.
Hold on. So which year specifically do you want me to look at? Because now you're gish galloping around.
I didn't mean to. I might have got a year off or something. But what I'm saying is Tesla's definitely paying taxes after the Inflation Reduction Act was signed. Definitely.
Okay, so let's see. The Institution on Taxation and Economic Policy again. So they did not pay 0 in federal income tax in 2023, but its liability was drastically reduced. While the company has frequently reported 0 to near 0 federal income taxes in other recent years, it did pay $48 million in federal income taxes on roughly $3.9 billion and in adjusted U.S. income in 2023. Is $48 billion 15%? This resulted in an effective federal income rate of roughly 1.2%, well below the statutory 21% corporate rate. So, like,
I don't
even
have a
though,
computer.
so you have to
I
understand,
don't have a
right?
computer in front of me. Can you? Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
So you have to understand that I know Joe Biden put in this 15% in the Inflation Reduction Act. The point is, did corporations actually pay it? Right?
I think some of them did. Because
some of them, but why not all of them?
Well, I'm not sure why not all of them. Maybe they broke the law. But if you Google, how much tax revenue we've collected, it's going to tell you that we collected more under Joe Biden's administration than we did under the previous administration. What I'm saying is Joe made them pay more taxes. It may not have been a shitload more, but companies started paying more under Joe Biden. And they also started raising our prices in 2023 because of it.
2022 we collected 4.9 trillion. 2023 we collected 4.4 trillion, which is less. 2024 we were back to 4.9 trillion, and in 2025 we're at 5.2 trillion.
Yeah, I have to look at everything, but I'm getting this from the
this is the U.S. Treasury fiscal
from the
data.
Treasury, yeah.
Yeah,
the Treasury told us. I mean, literally, that was one thing that Joe was tooting inside of his market, that they had companies made record profits, that they received record tax revenue. These were things they were saying, and so that's why I'm going off of what Joe said.
Right, and I'm not saying there weren't corporations that didn't pay those taxes, which would have resulted in record tax revenue. I'm saying it was not a requirement, and not all of them did. So, like the billionaires, for example.
Why is it not a requirement?
What's the backbone that holds them to the law? What happens to them if they don't do this thing?
Good question. Good question. I did not read what the legal ramifications would be, but that's a good question.
There normally isn't any, right? So like completely off topic, but just like with the Epstein Transparency Act, right? We know the DOJ is breaking that law. We know that they're redacting people's names that aren't meant to be redacted. We know that there still hasn't been any justification for the current redactions to the House of Representatives or to Congress as a whole, which they're supposed to be. We know that they've released victims' names, but what are the legal ramifications for breaking that law? It's not in the legislation that was passed.
I will concede you win on that because I don't think there are any ramifications. I didn't read any inside of the act.
That's the problem. Is like we have all of these things that make things sound good. Big sweeping bills, legislation that normal everyday people can't read.
You got to blame Joe for that.
I blame everybody. I blame the government as a whole for making it too complicated, and I blame the people for not realizing the power that we have and holding our elected officials accountable. Because a lot of people get to the point like you where they just give up, and you're not going to vote this year. So you're not going to help us make anything better. You're just going to sit it out, and then when it gets worse, you're going to go, oh no, everything's bad.
I just don't see these people making anything better for me. I don't see any of them making it, maybe locally, but I don't see anything nationally where they're making it better, Democrat or Republican.
Right, but aren't you the party that also has always said that if we were ever under a tyrannical government or if our government didn't work for us, we the people need to rise up and make it better, and you're just going to sit it out on the sideline?
I'm in DC. I literally came to
But why aren't you
DC.
trying to
I'm
organize
ready.
people? Why aren't you trying to organize people? You just went to DC
Why do
all
you
by
think
yourself without trying to gather
you
anybody to be and have
you
your back?
you think this is my picture?
Did I say it was? That's a
No,
guy
I'm
from
just
the
saying.
Wiggles, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
a-
literally just. We're not supposed to be laughing. We're enemies, right? We're enemies. Remember?
We don't have
We
to
can't
be.
laugh.
We just have to
We-
organize and get it together, Jake.
No. It's red versus blue. You're on the other team. We can't laugh. We can't laugh.
Look,
Okay.
we could come together and be purple. It's a prettier color anyway.
To be honest with you, I came up here. I knew it was going to be a good conversation. I watch you debate people, and I appreciate you for taking your time, being patient, and being factual about some things, right? But this whole all men till it's no men thing, what does that mean to you?
Okay, so it's all men till it's no men isn't about like getting rid of men, right? I feel like a lot of men have this connotation that like we just want to like end all men's existence. I have a son, man. I don't want to end men's existence. I love my husband. I think the rest of y'all could get fucked, but I love my husband, right? It's all men till it's no men just says that good men exist in the world, but until those good men hold bad men accountable and help create safe spaces for women for us to simply exist, until they stand behind us to help dismantle the patriarchy so we can have genuine equity in the world, it's gonna be all men till it's no men.
Okay, I'm leaving. I feel like I'm becoming a part of the left because I just agreed with what you just said. I can't do this anymore. I'm a recovering maga.
Let me indoctrinate you.
No, it will not happen. It will not happen. I've never heard anybody say it like that. Usually there's something violent when people are saying all men till there's no men.
I ain't got time for violence.
can't-
I got kids, man, and I can't run. My lungs are broken. The fuck I look like trying to be violent.
I can't disagree with what you said. On the whole AB topic, I know that men aren't supposed to quote unquote speak about it, but I look at it. It's all tied into one. To me, I want to try to fix a problem from the beginning instead of the middle. And my problem with the whole AB conversation is people are meeting them at the middle instead of trying to stop this stuff from happening. We know that women are the most abused demographic on the planet. We know that they can't come out and tell us that. We know that, wages are different from, we just know that it's not fair for women. And I think we should try to fix that first before trying to put somebody through trauma. And that's my whole thing with AB. I'm not telling a woman what she can't do. I just don't want to put her in that situation, if that makes sense.
Right. And I think, so if we dismantle the patriarchy and we create genuine equity in the world for women, and we do things like create social programs that would benefit like single parents, not even just women, because single dads exist too. If we invest in these things and we make people feel like if they miss one paycheck, it's not their child starving, we would actually incentivize more people to have more babies. But right now, with Roe v. Wade being overturned and all of these abortion bans going into place and us women watching other women die, right? Like, it scares us to the point where, like, we don't even think about whether or not this is something we can do. We just make a decision and we order mifepristone online to take care of the problem. So that way, like, my husband and I, for example, we're trying to have a third baby. But I go back and forth on it all the time because I'm 34 years old. I had 2 high-risk pregnancies. I'm terrified in the state of Indiana that if something happens to me, they would make me an Adriana Smith. They would force my husband to keep me on life support to exhume a fetus from my corpse. Absolutely the fuck not.
I was telling someone that I'm an authoritarian in the comments. And I'll be honest. After listening to those type of situations, I thought it was just fear mongering. Sorry, my background's a little loud.
You're good.
I thought it was just fear mongering. But I look into these situations, and I mean, hell, I'm glad I'm not a woman. I haven't been through those situations,
Yeah.
and like I said, I am not pro-choice. I'm pro making better choices. But listening to some of these stories and some things that women went through, I think it should be a clear line of what healthcare is and what's not. And I think the biggest thing is these states that are kind of making women sit while they find out if it's healthcare or something else. That's the worst thing that could happen. Just waiting to see if you can get care, no matter if it's wrong or right.
Right.
So I think
Absolutely.
like I said, I don't want to put women in this situation. I think that we should literally try to stop the toxic masculinity to the point where people think it's okay for women to dress a certain way and you can treat them a certain way. We got to stop shit like that. 9 out of the 10 women in my life have been abused. The 10th one being my daughter. That hasn't happened, and I just want to make a better world for her. So
Yeah.
I think people are being disingenuous by saying that if you're pro-choice, that you're just trying to unalive a child. Because I'm listening to these stories now. I wasn't before, and I just want to see women get what they want, whatever that is.
Jake, I'm telling
And
you right
last,
now,
can I?
you're way
Oh,
too
I'm sorry.
progressive to be a Republican. I need you to take a political compass test.
No, I stand with the Constitution. It's just that I fucked up, and I really thought that we were all equal. I thought that equal rights meant equal rights, and it apparently means equal rights for some and not for others.
Jake, this has been a really great conversation. My DMs are always open, and you're always welcome on this platform if you want to talk. If you want to talk more,
For sure, but gun reform is not necessary. Have a great day, Emma.
I'll indoctrinate you next time on gun reform. Ugh. $71 Chevelles. I'm not advocating for guns to go anywhere. Maybe you should come ask me what I'm advocating for. I can't pronounce this name. Asclepius? Asclepius? If you're still here, request back up because you're not loading in. Yes, so I put it in my search bar. Sorry, I put it in my search bar, but then we got into this conversation. So let me go here. Okay, not MC, MD. Jesus. Okay. Maryland Senate Bill 334, Chapter 771, signed into law by Governor Wes Moore, prohibits the manufacture, sale, purchase, receipt, or transfer of machine gun convertible pistols. That's what you're upset about? Let's see. I don't want the synopsis. I want the actual... Let's see. Yeah, guys, tap the screen, share the live. Let's fucking go. We're at 36 minutes in and 32,000 likes. You guys are doing the damn thing. Let's keep it up. Let's see. Nope. Hold on. I'm trying to get the text of the legislation. Give me just a second. Juniper Marie, what are you doing? Yes, baby. Am I ready to sing? Yeah. Oh my God, what are we singing? Okay. Hold on, chat. Aw, Crow, that's sweet. New Year. La 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 la. 1 second, my love. I gotta get a new movie for Jax, guys. Give me just a second. Jax, do you want to watch Onward?
No.
What do you want to watch? You want to watch Cars?
No.
Toy Story?
No. Oh yeah.
Okay. You want to watch the one with Forky?
No.
You want to watch the one with Spanish Buzz?
No.
Do you want to watch the one with Jessie? Which one do we want, brother? Okay. It's not like I just asked that. The first one he's not really a fan of, to be fair, Xander. Which I find to be crazy, because the first one is the best, in my opinion. All right. So let's see. Maryland Senate Bill 334, titled Criminal Law, Firearms, Crime, Machine Guns, Convertible Pistols, creates a new category of prohibited firearms in Maryland law. It was signed by Governor Wes Moore. Get off the half wall.
I love you.
I love you, but you're going to get hurt.
I don't.
Ew. Get off the wall. I'm just trying to boop your nose. Don't lick me. Get off the wall.
No.
It was signed May 26, 2026. It's chapter 771. In plain language, the law targets semi-automatic pistols that can be easily converted into fully automatic weapons using a conversion device, often called a Glock switch or an auto sear. So starting January 1st, 2027, Maryland will prohibit anyone from manufacturing these pistols, selling or offering them for sale, purchasing them, receiving them, transferring them to another person. The bill specifically defines a machine gun convertible pistol as a semi-automatic handgun that uses a cruciform trigger bar design and can be converted into a machine gun using a replacement backplate device and common tools without additional machining or modification. The law also directs Maryland State Police to publish regulations and maintain a list of covered firearm models. So what the law does not do, based on the enacted language, SB 334 does not ban simple possession of a covered pistol that someone already owns legally. Instead, it bans future manufacture, sale, purchase, receipt, or transfer from January 1st, 2027. The law includes exceptions for law enforcement, military personnel, licensed firearm dealers, manufacturers, gunsmiths performing repairs, inherited firearms, surrendering a covered firearm to law enforcement or a licensed dealer. Supporters argue the bill closes a loophole by preventing the sale of handguns that can be quickly converted into legal machine guns. Opponents argue the bill's definition is too broad and could affect commonly owned semi-automatic pistols, particularly certain Glock models, even though the conversion devices themselves are already illegal under federal law. Let's see. Does this ban people? I'm using Google Gemini to help me understand the legislation. Okay, so no, this does not ban people from buying handguns altogether. It only prohibits the manufacture, sale, purchase, receipt, or transfer of a specific category of handguns, defined as machine gun convertible pistols. So it says the key question is whether a particular handgun meets the law's definition. The bill focuses on semi-automatic pistols that use a cruciform trigger bar design and can be converted into a machine gun using a replacement backplate device and common tools. So no, this isn't going to ban guns from Maryland. It's not going to ban handguns from Maryland. Let's see. Abortion and pride is legal here in Israel. Why do you hate us? I do not hate the people of Israel. I just think Bibi Netanyahu is a piece of shit. What? All right, guys. Tippity tap the screen, share the live. Has he seen Ponyo? He has not seen Ponyo yet. Joel says really good at running. Who's running? Joel, give us a call. Call us. Call the number on the screen, sir. All right, guys. There's 91 people in here right now. If everyone said $1, we could basically be done with this goal at this point. So let's go ahead and let's tap the screen. Let's share the live. Let's do all of the good things that get us pushed into the algorithm. Let's cycle through this rose goal so we can hit the FYP. Let me make sure we don't have any thank yous to give out. He does like the Transformer cartoon, Xander. So we have like a Samsung TV, and like so we don't have like cable, but it has that built-in like TV like guide channel, and there's an entire channel that is just like 90s Transformer cartoons, and he loves that. Hey, Ron, why aren't you at your 7-day-a-week job? That's hilarious. Smith, thank you for the $1.67 for Choo Choo. I appreciate you so much. All right, let's add that to the goal, and then I'm going to make another cup of coffee. All right. 34 years old, huh? I guess life forcing you to be up there BSing. What? I don't know what that means. I don't... Huh? Are we okay? All right, I'm going to put my box up real quick, guys, and I'm going to go start another cup of coffee. BRB. Juniper Marie, why are we being so crazy? Oh, you guys need some water. Let's get you some water, sweet babies. Why did no one tell me the water was empty? That's rude. That's rude. Oh, that's a big stretch. Hello. Hello. Oh no, your water's spilling out. Boop. Boop. Okay, give me 2 seconds, I'll start it over. Let me finish making my coffee. What the hell? That scared me. Where the fuck did this even come from? That's crazy. All right, brother, I gotcha. Guys, I just about got taken out by a flying stick of butter. That was crazy. Oh, Meg, that's so sweet. I went to go put my coffee creamer back, and so I buy butter in the 4-pack, and normally I'll buy like the double pack, so I get 8 sticks of butter. I will take about 2 seconds, and I'll put them up in like that foldy door thing in the door. And I guess I forgot to close the door yesterday, and a box of butter just flew out and tried to take me out, guys. So we almost just got taken the fuck out. Tinkerbell Jamie, thank you so much for the $1.56 for good morning. Here's my $1.56 contribution. I appreciate you so freaking much. Thank you. All right, so let's see. All righty, there we go. We are at $4.91, chat. Dude, the way Junie drinks like she's never had water in her life drives me crazy. It makes me literally insane. All right, guys, we're starting to slack. We're 46 minutes in, and we've dropped to 38,000 likes. We're almost 10K behind. Let's power tap that screen for the next couple of minutes. Get back on track. We can do this. We'll cycle through the FYP. Let me see what we have going on. Whoa. My TikTok's not supposed to have sound on it right now. I'm trying to see if there's anything on the TikTok streets. Guys, if you are over on the Tube of You or the Twitch and you are a Trump supporter, there's a phone number on the bottom of your screen that you can call. The line is open. I can't test it right now because my son is using my phone to screen share Disney onto his computer. Jesus Christ. Onto his TV. I swear I have words. Yep, you can algo camp, Finn. That's totally fine. Thank you for the warning. All right, chat. Let's see what current events we got going on. Whoa, you scared me. What are we doing? Nope. No. Hey, listen. I need you to understand what you're doing right now are bad choices. That is very dangerous, and I need you to get down. What can I do for you?
Help you. I'm going to help.
Help you what?
A painter. I help you with the painter.
You're going to help me on the computer?
Yeah.
I don't need your help on the computer.
Yes.
Scared me to freaking death. Hi, thank you for calling the stream. My name is Emma. Can I have your age for TikTok, please?
Hi, Emma. 30. This is Caro. I'm just testing the line.
Oh, thank you so much for testing the line, Caro. I hope you have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. Hey, go sit down on the couch, please. I don't need your help. Yes.
Yeah.
No. Do
My baby.
you have to go pee?
No.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. So sorry, chat. No, I had to mute. I had to mute for just a second, have a little conversation with my boy. Cam, if you would like to talk, feel free to request up. I have no problem explaining it to you if you have no idea what it is. But yeah, so request up and we can have that conversation. All right, guys. Let's see what is going on in the world. Do, 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 do. Hey, Pat. All right, let's see. All right. All right, hold on. I just got a message from somewhere. I heard the beep. Guys, also to any dads in the chat, happy freaking Father's Day. I wish my husband was home to celebrate Father's Day, but unfortunately, he is still in Florida. It's a bummer. But it's going to be what it's going to be. All right, guys, let's make sure we're tapping the screen, sharing the live, doing all of the good things that are going to get us pushed into the algorithm. Let us cycle through this rose gold. That's going to cycle us through the FYP. I am just getting rid of all these notifications on Discord real quick, so that way when I get a new one, I know exactly where it came from. Because I wake up to 1,000 notifications on Discord. I didn't. Americans Embrace Father's Day was the same day. Yeah. I think Father's Day is the same around the world. Or are there places that don't celebrate Father's Day? I don't know. All right. I made my dad a homemade card since I worked this afternoon. I didn't do anything for my dad. I mean, he gets to literally sit on my desk next to me every day and hang out while we do these debates and conversations. So, like, I am his gift, you know? Let's see. I am looking at current events stuff. Let's see. So, hold on. I heard this story last night and I wanted to look into it. Okay, so David Hearn, 67, he is a former Olympic canoeist, was arrested and charged with destruction of government property at the Lincoln Memorial Reflecting Pool. During a bike ride, Hearn stopped to touch a piece of the pool's peeling liner. leading to his detainment by U.S. Park Police. So he was arrested on Friday, June 19th after reaching into the water to feel the rubbery lining, which had recently been applied during a controversial multi-million-dollar renovation project. He was held for about 5 hours and issued a misdemeanor charge for destruction of government property with a court date scheduled for July 9th. Huh? What do you mean? Get down. Thank you. Hearn says he didn't vandalize the pool. He claims he only touched a piece of the liner that was already peeling and detached, and that he let it go immediately when a park worker told him to. So President Trump later took to social media, claiming without presenting any evidence that radical left lunatics had intentionally sabotaged the newly installed pool service with chemicals and blades. He thinks people just got into the pool, just cut out the liner. Let's be so for real. This is wild. The fucking delusion. Right. Like, what are we doing? What is happening? This is wild work, guys. Hold on. So I think... Is this a video of what happened, or is this like just a news reporting on it? Hold on. This is just news reporting on it. This is crazy. And honestly, guys, why are men such children? Because they're men, Noel. Are the men menning again? Of course they are. Anyway, what's crazy is now Donald Trump saying that we're probably going to have to drain the reflecting pool again to fix the damages, which is ultimately going to cost us more money. This renovation already cost us, what, $14 million, $16 million in total already? Full hissy fits in my DMs. Oh no. But yeah, so it's like, this is just going to cost us more money. And Donald Trump is threatening years in jail for anyone who vandalizes the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool. So guys, if you are in the DC area and you happen to go make content near the reflecting pool, please don't touch anything inside of the reflecting pool. Noelle says, I want a piece of paint. That's... Well, I'm done. Noelle's going to frame it and put it up in her apartment next to her photo of Facts Still Matters. The art of the peel is crazy. You guys, don't listen to anything Noelle says. She has an actual photo of Steve in her house hanging up above her makeup station. Yeah, Auntie Biscuit, I've got a minute. Wesley, we were just talking about that. He wasn't sabotaging the pool. Hi, Biscuit.
Hello, sweetie. How are you doing today?
I
Okay.
am well. How are you?
Oh, just watching the dumpster fire in my country. So I'm not sure if you're aware, but are you aware that the Prime Minister's probably going to resign tomorrow?
Why?
Oh, yeah. So basically, they're just they really dislike him intensely, his own party at the moment, because of a lot of the stupidity. So last week there was what we call a by-election. And a by-election basically means that a MP stands aside or steps down to create space in Parliament. So a new election was held, and a gentleman who was the former Lord Mayor of Manchester is now an MP again. So he's now part of the Labour Party parliamentary bloc. and they're going to be doing a massive leadership challenge, which basically means Starmer's going to resign, and it's likely that we're going to end up with a actual left winger as prime minister for the first time in, I don't know, 20 years or so.
Oh, that's a good thing, though, isn't it?
It is a good thing. It is a good thing. The only trouble is that he is also part of the guy. He was in Tony Blair's cabinet, and he's very pro. Let's bomb the shit out of everybody.
Oh, that's what we need right now. Sure.
Yes. So I'm just I'm just saying there could be a change in the resistance that the UK has been providing
Right.
against Trump with this new douchebag.
Yeah, he might be on
Like,
board. He's just like, hell yeah. Boom, 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 boom.
yeah, basically. So I'm just letting you know. I know you always concentrate on your side, and that's you. That's fine.
Yeah.
But just keep an eye, because if he's actually going to do genuine left wing stuff, fantastic. But yet again, he was let's bomb the shit out of everybody attitude when he was last in government.
Oh, okay. So fingers crossed that. Gosh, dang. Okay. Thank you, Auntie Biscuit. I love you so much.
I'm sorry. I always go, hey Emma, do you want to come and have a look at more dumpster fires? Like one day I might finally be able to come out and go, hey Em, do you want to come and have a look at this really nice campfire where I've got a small selection set up for you?
Oh,
That would be nice.
That would be
European chocolate though. You can bring the marshmallows and the graham crackers.
I will. I got you. All right. I love you, Biscuit. Thank you so much.
Love you. Take care, sweetie.
Auntie Biscuit is the best. We love them. So hold on. Who was Wesley? So the man that was arrested yesterday, actually, he's an ex-Olympian. He wasn't vandalizing the pool. He was touching a piece of the peeled paint, and was arrested. And then they claimed that he was vandalizing the pool, which there's no evidence that the pool was vandalized. This was just a bad job done on our dime. So I think we should recognize that. All right, guys. I want to get some more Trump supporters in here. I can't use my phone right now because Jax is watching Toy Story. Dang it. I'm trying to figure out. Because we can't go MAGA hunting with Jax using my phone, I don't think. I don't think it would work. I'm wondering if we should hit another reset to try to get some Trumpers in here. Anyway, let me just look for more current events. Let's see what's happening. That's not what I want. This one. Juniper. You better be chewing on something that's yours. You can use your phone and screen share at the same time. Oh, can I? Okay. Ooh. Shoot. Because sometimes if I'm on like TikTok lives. Yep, no, it just broke it. I got you, baby. I'm sorry. Play. Oh no, guys, I just broke it. Hold on, Jax. Mommy's got to reset it. Hold on. See, this is the problem that I have, Meg, with my phone. I don't know why it does this. Because I know I should be able to use my phone. But it doesn't let me for some reason. And all I did was check a text message. For the record. Oh. Hold on, puppy. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh no. That is so weird. Okay, so guys, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna hit another reset because we're gonna be live for roughly another hour, hour and a half ish. Okay. What are we doing?
I got you mail for you.
Oh, well, thank you so much. That was very sweet of you. Go watch your movie. I love you.
Open it.
Open it. What did you put in here? Bluey! And a dinosaur! Oh my god, I love them.
I can't see dinosaur.
Right here.
Oh, yeah.
I got Bluey and a dinosaur. Thank you. They're going to sit right here. You're the best.
Where you get my box?
Here, I'll give you your box. Here.
No, I got it. Oh, wait. Oh.
Thank you for shutting my gate. Okay. We're going to hit one more quick reset on the TikTok. We're going to see if we can get pushed into the algorithm. For some reason, the algo is not liking me today. So let's give it one more shot. YouTube, Twitch, you guys hang out. We will be right back.
Trying to regulate it while
Okay, so my headphones are working. We are good. All right, hold on. Let's see. First, WFin. Alrighty, let's get this down. Okay, guys, tap the screen, share the live, do all of the good things. Whew, I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this because I think I still am gonna have to break up the show. So I think I'm gonna have to be on for like another hour, hour and a half, like we normally would be. And then I think I'm gonna go to the PARK, wear him out, and see if I can get him to take a nap, and then maybe come back on while he's napping. Saying that word out loud was really risky. Shocked he didn't hear me. It's just unfortunately I can't be on tonight because I'm taking him to go see Toy Story 5. So I'm very excited because we are going to the drive-in theater to see it. I actually need to go to the website and see how much the tickets are because we've never been.
Mom,
Yes, baby.
I got more mail.
You got more mail. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. All the magnet blocks. Magnet blocks aren't my favorite.
Okay. He stacked them over. Okay.
What?
Okay.
Okay. What am I doing? Sorry, I was reading
Put
something.
the maggots in the floor. You want.
Put the magnets in the floor. Oh my goodness. Well, I don't want to make a mess. How about you take your magnets and you build me something really cool on the table? And then mommy will look at it.
Hey,
Hey.
you need help for me?
I will come help you in just a moment. All right, guys. We're going to give this a couple minutes. We're going to see if we can get any debates going. And if not, I'm going to have to get off for a little bit. All right, Jax, here.
Pause my movie.
Yep, I will pause your movie.
Turn.
Go, buddy, go.
Mom,
What?
Mommy.
Okay, BRB chat. Okay, so sorry, chat. He is like super scared of the dark. So even though it's daylight outside, our hallway doesn't have any windows. So he makes me turn on all the lights for him to go to the bathroom. He's only going to be this little for one time. You know what I mean? All women have gift begging, daily goals, hosting chat rooms to pay utilities. God damn, Tennessee Landon, that's wild. So, like, you're upset with me for capitalizing on my time, for providing education and a service and entertainment to people. For what reason? Tennessee Landon refused to come up and have a conversation. So let's send him another invite. Yikes, Landon. Looking rough, buddy. Bless him. Right, who pissed in your cornflakes this morning? I mean, W being in Japan, though. That was back in April. Are you still in Japan? I hear Japan's beautiful. Anyway, Trump supporters, where are you at? Where are you guys at this morning? No, so Megan, I can't MAGA hunt because Jax is watching Toy Story on my phone. He's just using the bathroom right now, which is why Toy Story is paused. So, unfortunately, until he takes a nap, we're not going to be able to do any MAGA hunting because my phone won't let me do two things at once, which is silly and ridiculous. All right. There's your movie, brother. I just heard him run down the hallway. Nope, he's just using the bathroom. All right, so let's see. Guys, if you're a Trump supporter, just request up. It's okay. I'll give this about 30-ish minutes, and if we don't get any debates, then...
I want to play my puzzle.
What?
I want to play my puzzle game.
I told you could play your Paw Patrol game later.
Later?
Yeah.
Not fair.
How is that not fair? Mommy's using the computer right now.
Oh, it's so boring at
So boring, guys.
It's so boring, right?
What's so boring? All of the billions of toys that you have that I bought for you, those are all so boring.
No, you shine it at the pot. Woody! I'm coming to save you.
Oh no, I forgot Woody was behind the couch. He said, Woody, I'm coming to save you. Buddy, are you going to be able to get out by yourself? Let's listen and find out. I may have to go rescue Woody and a pterodactyl. I forgot we were playing with Woody and Buzz and Jesse yesterday, and Woody fell behind the couch. Because I have like a sectional, so there's like this little corner that's like open behind the couch. And that's where things just go to be eaten, I guess. Did you save Woody? Buddy? Hello? Jackson? Did you save Woody?
I did.
Are you going to go save him?
Yeah.
All right, I got your back. Go. I got your back.
I Buzz Lightyear.
You're Buzz Lightyear of Star Command. You got this. You did it. Great job. Great job, buddy. All right, chat. Let's tap the screenshot. Hello?
He fell off again.
Did he fall off or did you throw him?
He fell off himself.
Go get him.
I can't. I need you.
You need me?
Yeah.
For what?
It's safe Woody.
To save Woody, what am I gonna do?
He's going in the head.
Okay, we'll get Woody first and then I'll give you my hand. You got this.
Okay.
No, Finn, what happened? I want to make bread today. Hi, Rigatoni. Are you a Trump supporter?
I voted for him, yeah.
Okay. Can I have your age for TikTok?
29.
And what state are you from?
Florida.
Okay, so we have some subjects to the side right here. We can talk about current events. What tickles your fancy?
Republicans, what do you stand for?
Okay. So what do you think the Republican Party stands for today?
I think they stand for kind of a less taxation. More so, I wouldn't even call it a smaller government anymore. I think it's more so just less taxation, more family value oriented, stuff like that.
So what is the Republican Party doing to make that a reality? Sure.
Well, it's all like bipartisan. I think they do. Do they still have the House? Or they have both, right?
Yeah.
House and Senate right now?
Mm-hmm.
So I'd say like the HR 1 bill, with less federal income taxation, things like that.
Yep, that gutted millions of people off of programs like Medicaid, Medicare, SNAP benefits. So now kids are going hungry. Like, great job.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you look at it like relatively, it's pretty shocking if you actually look at it, as far as like it's very minuscule. But I understand like the
What do you mean it's very
emotional
minuscule?
stance.
4 million kids were booted off SNAP benefits just this year.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you look at the allocations, like, so we allocate roughly $1.7 trillion fiscally to these programs, and we're cutting, what is it, 93 billion over the course of 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say roughly 10 billion a year. And if you were to like equation
so we spend
that,
100 billion to 102 billion annually on just the SNAP program.
yeah, yep.
So where are you getting 1 point something trillion dollars?
Well, they're not just cutting from the SNAP, like this whole 93 billion or whatever it is for all social programs. SNAP, Medicaid, things like
so
that.
the big beautiful bill actually breaks it down by program. So let's see, did the BBB cut from food stamps? So from food stamps alone, the one big beautiful bill cut 186 to 187 billion from the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program known as SNAP. So let's see. So if we take the high number of that, which is 187 billion.
Yeah, but over the course of 10 years,
I'm very
you gotta
aware.
do it fiscally. Yeah, that's all.
So
it's very minuscule.
So hold on,
Yeah.
it's not very minuscule. So 187 billion dollars divided by 10. What does that come out to?
1.8.
1.8. Okay, so we're gonna go 187. 1, 2, 3. So that's thousand.
1.87.
That's million.
Yeah.
That's billion. We're gonna divide that by 10. So that's
it's
100,000. Nope, it's 18,700,000,000 according to my calculator.
You're saying 180 divided by 10?
187 billion. Okay, so look, hold on. I can't show you my calculator. Here. I don't know if I can do it on my phone without messing up my son's movie. Let's try it. So let's go here. 187, 1, 2, 3.
And this is for SNAP, right?
This is just for SNAP. So that's 1,000,
Okay.
right? So that's 187,000. That's 187 million, right?
Yeah.
That's 187 billion. Okay. So then we divide it by 10. What is that number right there?
1.8 million or billion.
And how much goes into food stamps annually?
I think it's like 600. It's pretty crazy.
It's 102 billion. I just gave you this answer before we looked at it. So more money was gutted than what we spend on it a year.
Wait, 102 billion? You're saying that's less than 1.8 billion?
This doesn't say 1.8 billion. This is 18.7 billion. So this is
But even so, you're saying that that's more than 102 billion?
no. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
So 102 billion. Okay, 1, 2, 3. That's
Yeah.
1,000. That's million. That's billion. Minus 18.7. 1, 2, 3. So that's 100,000. Okay. So what's left is $83.3 billion, which is not going to feed the number of Americans who need to utilize this program.
But if you look at the amount that they're cutting, it's less than like 3% or something like that. Which
What?
is, if you look at it relatively, yeah.
We just
So over
went
the
over
course
it.
of 10 years?
They're cutting 18.7 billion annually.
Mhm.
Right? So how many people who utilize programs like SNAP work at least one full-time job? Do you know?
Well, hold on, because I'm looking at. So we allocate roughly 102 billion fiscally every year.
I already
If
said
you
that.
do that,
Brother, are you
yeah.
not
So if
keeping
you,
up with the conversation?
well, hold on, because your math's off. So if we do that over the course
My
of 10
math's
years,
off. Okay,
it's
no,
hold on,
102 billion
hold on.
annually. No, stop it.
Yes.
$102 billion annually. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
We just took the allocation. They are gutting 187 billion over 10 years. So if we
Correct.
so if we take 187 billion and we divide it by 10, we come up
Yeah.
with 18,700,000,000, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
$18.7 billion. If we
Mm-hmm.
subtract $18.7 billion from 102,
No, just do 101 divided by 18. That's all you have to do. Do
What?
101 or 102 divided by 18. Tell me what that
Why would
percentage
you
is.
divide it by 18? You would
That's
subtract
how you
18.
find. No, that's how you
No.
find the percentage. It absolutely is. You need to go back to math class.
So if we're taking $18 billion from a
Just do
program that was
102. Look, do 102 divided by 18 and
shut the fuck up.
over 12.
Shut up. If we take $102 billion, if we are gutting $18 billion of that a year, and we spend 102 a year, you would take 102 and subtract it by 18. You wouldn't divide it by 18. What are
It's
you
5
talking about? That's
It's
not going to
5.6%.
feed. It's not going to feed the Americans it needs to feed. How many Americans on the SNAP program
It's
have a full-time job?
5.6% we are cutting.
How many Americans on the SNAP program have a full-time job?
I'm not sure, but it's 5.6% we're cutting.
70%. So why are we gutting anybody who is getting a return on their investment?
Yeah, so you're worrying about 5.6%. Let that just think about that for a second.
Children are going hungry.
Now hold on. Do you think that 5.6%, do you think there's any fraud in that or anything like that?
How much fraud is found in the SNAP program year over year?
A fuck ton. Let's be real.
No, it's 1%. You
Okay.
sound goofy.
That's fine. So
It's
we're cutting. So we're going to cut
1%.
only 4% then, right?
Which means Americans who need this program are going to be harmed.
Oh, well, it's unfortunate.
So you're okay with starving kids?
No, I'm not. But I'm okay with fiscally spending.
That's the people you're harming, though, is the children on SNAP.
Well, if that's the way you want to take like an emotional stance, that's fine. It's fine.
It's not an emotional stance. It's a fact.
It very much is. What you're trying to do here is create a sentiment about emotional stances so that your people accept you. It's that simple.
Who utilizes the SNAP program?
Many humans utilize it.
What?
Humans. Homo sapiens.
What type
utilize
of humans?
I don't know. There's a variety of them. You can't really categorize them like that. It's that simple. But you guys love to put people in boxes and segregate everybody.
Children,
right?
The disabled, the elderly, and people who are impoverished are who use programs like the SNAP benefits, right?
Yep.
You're talking about, so for example, Walmart is one of the biggest employers in America. Can we agree?
Oh, I love this. I love this. Yep. Come on.
No, go
Tell
ahead.
me
If you
how
love it
all
so
their
much.
part-time employees are on Snap. Go
Part-time.
ahead. Yes, they're
Part-time.
all
They're full
part-time.
time. No, they're not. They're full time.
If you do not understand that Walmart is the biggest part-time employer, there's no helping you. There's literally no helping you. And the fact that you guys use this Walmart is so comical now because you don't even
Explain it to me
comprehend
then.
what you're regurgitating.
Explain it to me then.
These people don't work more than 30 hours a week. Okay. They choose to not
That's
go
not true.
full time so they can still work and receive the benefits.
That's
Maybe
not
if
true
you
at
go
all.
outside and talk to people, you will understand
My mom
that
works
this is
at
what
Walmart.
people do.
My
Okay,
mom
she's
literally
full-time,
works at
right?
Walmart. She is, yeah.
She's full time. Okay, so can she choose to go part time and then collect benefits, right?
She collects benefits full time.
You can't collect benefits if you're full time.
Yes,
That's
she
false.
does. That's not true because
That's
Walmart pays.
false.
That's not true. You're
It
lying
is
because Walmart
100%
pays people.
false.
Prove it then. Show me a source.
You have to work under 31 point.
Nope, it's about pay. It's about what you make versus your bills, which is what gets you benefits. So go ahead and provide me a source that says that I'm wrong. You sound like a person who's been privileged enough to not have to utilize these benefits ever, and I'm so thankful that you've never had to do that, but it doesn't go off of the amount of hours that you work. You don't just get benefits because you're a part-time employee. You get benefits because the amount of money that you're making doesn't cover your amount in bills versus what you need to be able to eat and survive.
And those bills.
Nope, go ahead, provide me a source, swipe out of the app, and go grab a source that says that you are correct. He ran away. Instead of providing a source, he just ran away, chat. Just wild work. Hi, Bear. Are you a Trump supporter?
I guess, yeah.
Can I have your age for TikTok?
22.
All right. And what state are you from?
Florida.
Okay, so who's your profile picture?
Oh, this guy.
What guy?
Doesn't matter. What,
I'm
would it
curious.
matter?
So yeah, who's the guy?
Would it matter if I had, LeBron as my profile picture? No.
Just why can't you just tell me who the guy is?
His name's Greg.
Greg what?
Greg Hicklesberry. What?
Who's Greg Hicklesberry?
Oh, this guy I met. It's pretty funny.
So he's just some random old guy that you met that you took a picture of and put as your profile picture on TikTok?
Well, we actually have the same profile picture. So if you ever run into him, it might be me, it might not be me, I don't know. But I thought it was pretty
Anyway,
funny.
I have some subjects to the side here. We could talk about current events. What tickles your fancy?
I mean, Republicans, what do you stand for? I think I stand for a lot of things. One definitely has to be common sense. I think that is the staple for the Republican Party.
Okay, can I ask you a common sense question?
So yeah,
Can I ask you a common sense question?
yeah.
How many months in the year have 28 days in them?
One.
Wrong. All of them have 28 days in them. I didn't say how many months in the year only have 28
Yes.
days in them. I said how many
that-
months
that
in
was-
the year
that was a
have
good
28
one.
days in them. Right. So I think it's weird to be like the Republican Party stands for common sense when you guys don't even think to respond correctly. You just want to spout off answers. So Republican policies, right? So things Donald Trump ran on. What's next in the Republican Party if he does all of the things that he wanted to do when you voted for him?
Wait, what do you mean?
If Donald Trump accomplishes all of the policies he ran on, right? What's left for the Republican Party to run on in 2028 and to do in 2028? What do Republicans stand for outside of the Trump verse?
Okay, I understand. So, I mean, if he accomplishes everything he says he's going to accomplish, I mean, it's just to keep it going.
What does that mean?
When
What
a
is
sports
left to keep
team
going?
wins, yeah. So, when a sports team has a great legacy, for example, the Invincibles in Arsenal back in the 2000s. I mean, obviously they want to keep on going with all the trophies and shit and all the accolades. I
These
mean,
are a lot of
that's the
words
goal
for I
there.
don't know.
Is to keep Democrats out of office, okay?
Why?
And to
Why?
because if we're doing a great job and we did everything that people voted on, then why would we want a Democrat in office?
Do you think
That doesn't
do
make
you
any
think you're
sense.
doing a great job right now?
I think we're doing all right.
Based on what metrics? How are we doing all right? What things are all right in the country right now?
You know, Donald Trump is fixing the Iran situation.
Is he?
I think when it comes
So
to
here, hold on, time out. Let's do one thing at a time here. Let's do one thing at a time here, Bear. So you said the Iran situation. So the 14-point MOU, did you read it?
Say that again. The 14 MOU. What?
The 14-point MOU, did you read it? The memorandum of understanding, did you read it?
Yeah, the deal.
Yes. Well, it's not a deal. It's a memorandum of understanding. To like it basically is an interim document while they solidify details of a deal. Did you read it?
Yeah, I know a lot of the details. Yeah.
Okay. So is Iran allowed to have ballistic missiles in the MOU?
No.
Yes,
I mean,
they are.
yes.
How much money are we giving to Iran?
What is it, like a couple billions?
25 billion. How much did Obama give
Yep.
to Iran that you guys like threw a fit about?
I have no idea.
Like
I don't throw a fit about
1.5
that.
billion. How much extra
Okay.
money is he getting from like private entities and like the European nations? How much more money is Iran getting to rebuild?
Oh, I have no idea.
300 billion.
Okay.
What did America get out of this MOU that was like good for us?
They opened up that river. The
No, it's
Melusa,
closed.
whatever
It's
the
closed
fuck.
again. Actually, the Strait of Hormuz closed yesterday.
All right. Well, it was part of the deal. Okay.
But it closed
That's what we're
yesterday
talking
because
about. The
Israel
deal.
won't stop bombing Lebanon, which was part of the deal.
Well, that's Israel's fault. All right. That's not Donald Trump's fault.
So
We're
what
talking
did
about the deal.
What did America get out of it?
All right. So I'm talking about the accomplishments of the deal. Okay. They opened up the fucking river.
Except it's
Okay. The deal also is trying to make Iran a normal country by trying to give them economical trust. Okay, which is also good. What's it called? Gas prices are going down. That's always great. We're winning, dude. I'm winning.
Okay, so here's what I want you to do. Bear, can you do me a favor? I want you to give me a follow. I'm going to give you a follow back because Donald Trump just said on live yesterday, right? Hold on. I need to find you in the chat so that way I can follow you. Donald Trump just said on national TV, either yesterday or the day before, that we have 4 weeks. 4 weeks until our reserves run out. The Strait of Hormuz is closed again. And so when gas prices skyrocket at the end of July, right? When they
be serious.
when they skyrocket
Sorry
at the
about
end of
that.
July, is that the peanut gallery? How old's your friend?
The peanut gallery?
Yeah, how old's your friend?
She asked how old I am?
I did. How old are you, brother?
26, man.
I have to make sure for TikTok purposes that you're above 18. So, like, if you could refrain from like chiming in, I'd hate to
And
coach
by the
both of
way,
you at
my
the same
friend
time.
is Iranian. My friend
Yeah,
is Iranian.
Turn on your camera. Let's find out.
I don't know what that's gonna accomplish. I don't know what that's gonna accomplish, but
Yeah, he looks Iranian, doesn't
I can speak Farsi if you want.
he? Yeah.
Honestly,
Of course
that's kind of
he is.
hot. My friend Geeky speaks Arabic, and it's a good language. Anyway, so
Wait, tell him how shit your country is.
Yeah, it's
look,
bad.
hey,
I
okay,
mean,
stop. No one's arguing that Iran is a good or a bad country. What we're talking about is the memorandum of understanding and how Donald Trump started this war, killing 170 schoolgirls in Iran, to kick off this war, to stop Iran's nuclear program, to make sure they didn't have ballistic missiles, to make sure they couldn't control the Strait of Hormuz. And yet here they are controlling the Strait of Hormuz because it's closed again. Donald Trump is saying they can have ballistic missiles, and their nuclear program doesn't end as long as they just promise not to make a nuclear weapon. So we got nothing out of this deal except 14 dead American soldiers, more than 100 American soldiers injured, military bases in the Middle East that our tax dollars have to repair. For what reason? What was the reason, Bear?
Yeah, so I think the reasoning for that was to set a precedent, you know. The United States, they're notorious for making these type of moves throughout history, solely to let the opposition know not to fuck with the United States. You know, and this is clearly one of those instances, you know, where the U.S. and Donald Trump, you know, they go into Iran, they unalive the schoolgirls and whatnot, you know, and it's just like a message, like we could take.
Is this what he ran on?
What?
Is this what he ran on when being elected as president?
Is this a joke? No, but are you supposed to run on your precedent?
No more disruptions. We will have prosperity and we will have peace. Under Trump, we will have no more wars, no more disruptions, and we will have prosperity and peace for all. I am the candidate of peace. I am peace. I'm not going to start a war. I'm going to stop wars. No more wars, no more disruptions. We will have prosperity and we will have peace. Under Trump, we will have no more wars, no more disruptions.
Weird.
I mean, yeah, but what do you want him to say? Like, you want him to say we will have wars? Like, what are you talking about?
I don't want him to make promises that he doesn't plan on keeping, right?
But he didn't start the war.
Hold on. He did. He literally did by bombing them February 28th. What started the war?
What started the war is Iran thinking they can have nuclear weapons.
Okay, so hold on. Who's in charge of our intelligence in this country right now?
What?
Who's in charge of the intelligence that would tell us if Iran is creating a nuclear weapon? Who's in charge of it?
You fucking tell me, dude.
So that's a lot of words for saying I don't know. Her name is Tulsi Gabbard. So Tulsi Gabbard testified in front of Congress. Right, you're not equipped for this conversation. Tulsi Gabbard testified in front of Congress. Did she say Iran was making a nuclear weapon? Yes or no?
I don't fucking know. Like,
she
what are you
actually
talking
said,
about?
she said, our intelligence, the best intelligence in the world. We only have the best information. No bad information is given to America. The best information, the best people are the only people I hire. She told Congress like that Iran was nowhere near having a nuclear weapon.
I'm sure she couldn't figure it out, but you could, right?
But hold on. Also, why did Donald Trump say that we obliterated their nuclear program last year?
I have no recollection of him saying this.
Here, I got you.
They bombed it, bro.
Oh, that's a nice keyboard you got there.
Thanks.
How much Ayatollahs did they kill? Like 3?
You guys have no idea what you're talking about. Okay,
oh, really?
So,
we have no idea?
No idea.
Well, you're fat!
Oh my god, I've never heard that before. Wow.
There's a Pride Month sticker under a fat woman. It's the end of the world.
It's so crazy that when they're not smart, they have to go to just
A short time ago, the United States military began major combat operations in Iran. Our objective is to defend the American people by eliminating imminent threats from the Iranian regime, a vicious group of very hard, terrible people.
No, be a good boy.
Its menacing activities directly endanger the United States, our troops, our bases overseas, and our allies throughout the world. For 47 years, the Iranian regime has chanted death to America and waged an unending campaign of bloodshed and mass murder, targeting the United States, our troops, and the innocent people in many, many countries. Among the regime's very first acts was to back a violent takeover of the U.S. Embassy in Tehran, holding dozens of American hostages for 444 days. In 1983, Iran's proxies carried out the Marine barracks bombing in Beirut that killed 241 American military personnel. In 2000, they knew and were probably...
Okay, so we're not going to watch all 8 minutes, but you get the gist of it. So this is Donald Trump's full statement on when we bombed Iran, February 28th, 2026, right? So hold
Dude,
on.
oh my god.
Wait. Shh. Let's see. Here we go. Right here. So in March, the U.S. intelligence community...
What is
Okay,
this, a
so here we
fucking
go.
watch party? Like, what are you talking about?
Calm down. Just take a breath. So this is
I
from
don't
June
want a
22nd.
cookie.
This is from June 22nd, 2025. This is when Donald Trump decided to bomb it around the first time and then came out and said that we obliterated their nuclear program. So if we obliterated their nuclear program June 22nd, 2025, why do we have to go in and start a war with them February 28th of 2026? That is the question.
Can you repeat the question one more time?
If we obliterated Iran's nuclear program June 22nd of 2025, why did we have to bomb them again in February of 2026 because they were making nuclear weapons?
Well, what's
hold on,
better?
hold on, I got this one, because it's like women don't listen. I told you we did this to set a precedent, right? Because Iran...
That's not what you said. You started with that, and then you brought up that they were making a nuclear weapon, and that's when I brought up Tulsi Gabbard. And you were like, I don't know who Tulsi Gabbard is because I can't read. Jesus Christ. It looks like we just have friendlies in the queue chat. We are not taking any friendlies right now. Yes, baby. Alright, guys, I'm gonna have to go ahead and call it for a little bit. The little dude needs me. Like, it's just a bunch of incels on the internet today. Guys, if everyone could go ahead and just send $1 and change for the $1 and change train for change so we can knock out more of this goal, that would help me immensely. I'm gonna try to get him wore out and see if maybe he will go down for an NAP today, because honestly, he needs to take one if we're gonna stay up late and watch Toy Story 5. So let me make sure I don't have any thank yous to give out before I leave. There are 300 people in here right now. We finally hit the freaking algo, and now my child is like, come on and let's play, and I love him so much, so we're gonna go play. All right, guys. R. Burkhart says, begging for money. All right, guys, let's go ahead and just show them how we grift, since this is how they want to be. Begging for money is crazy. It's not like I said, please, sir, may I have another? I said, can we hit this daily goal a little bit before I leave? Like, that's all I said, was like, hey. B says, I'll be last here, too. W being first, B. All right, let me make sure. I forgot, chat. If you go to the link tree in my bio, I actually had to update my Green app. Because, like, so I set up, like, a business cash app is what it's called. I don't really know. For TikTok specifically. But now it's telling me I need to verify my information. So I uploaded my ID and my face, and it says I can't verify myself for some reason. And it says it needs me to verify before December. So if you guys actually go to the link tree in my bio, it has been updated to just my personal cash app. Just Emily McCartney. I ran for office. You guys already know that, like, what my first and last name is, so I'm not super worried about it. Millie Bean, thank you so much for the $5. I appreciate you, Millie. You are the best. I love you so much, Millie Bean. Guys, if you aren't following Millie Bean, by the way, Millie Bean goes in panels on debates, and, like, she does great, and her voice is very soothing. I'm trying to convince her to record audiobooks. I've brought this up a couple times before. She needs to record some audiobooks. Millie Bean is the GOAT. I agree. Yeah, see, let's just glaze Millie for a minute. Send it to the Emma. No, you're fine. It's all good. I just want you guys to know in December this Cash App might be gone, and I don't know why. Haley, thank you for the $9.67 for the ooh woo, baby. I appreciate you. All right, let's go ahead and add that to the goal. All right. Whoa. That's what I meant. All right, guys. 5 more minutes, and we are going to log off for a little bit. Law, the wild, you wouldn't have to pay. What are we paying? Wait, what is Law paying Millie for? I'm confused. Oh, yeah, I want to pay her to read Discovery to me? That's so funny. That's my box. What's in the box? Magic? Oh, magnets.
Yeah.
Dang, I got really excited. Will you go catch all the magic in your room so that way we can play with magic? Yeah, it's hiding under your bed. I put it under there the other day. So I need you to go in your room and catch the magic. And Mommy's going to be off in 5 more minutes. And then we're going to go play with magic outside. Go find the magic with your eyes. Go find it. It's gold and glittery, like Tinkerbell. Guys, I'm telling you, the way this kid's imagination is... I love him so much. What is it?
It's a rock.
It's a diamond. Can you find more diamonds?
Yeah, diamonds are real. Like,
of course diamonds are real. I got a rock on my finger. What do you mean?
What do you see?
You see it?
Yeah. I see another rock you hand.
Another rock in my hand? Where?
You see right there?
That's my tattoo.
A tattoo rock.
A tattoo rock?
Yeah.
We have a diamond chat. I love you so much. I can't wait to go chase you outside. Dude, I'm telling you, he is... God, I got so lucky. I got so lucky with these kids. Sometimes I just like... I lay in bed at night. Well, yeah, why do you think I have to keep my inhaler on me all the time? Why do you think I'm always running out of inhalers, B? Because I chase my child around and I shouldn't be running. But anyway, I just like lay there at night sometimes and just like... Does any other parent do this? Like, put a 1 in the chat if you guys do this, right? So I just like lay in bed sometimes with him. And I just like count his fingers and like count his toes. And I just like look at his little nose and like all of the details of like his face. And I'm like, I created this like in my body. And it's like, I don't know. There's just something like so special about like just having kids. I don't even know how to explain it. And it's like, I feel so bad because it's like my husband has to work so hard to like provide for us. And I just feel like he's like missing it all of the time. And so I don't know. I just try to document everything because like this, it's going to fly by so fast. So I want you guys to know there's a guy named Skaggs over on the YouTube channel who says, oh, this idiot again. And yet didn't call the number. That's so funny. So Skaggs says, you know how many missiles we could buy with that SNAP money? Way more fun than single woman's brats. How about you tell us why these fuckers deserve to take money from me? Why do they get the money that would have otherwise gone to my children? Why do I need to support of people's children? Those are all words, Skaggs. All words that you said on the internet, yet weren't brave enough to hit my line and like talk to me about it. So like that's super weird. All right, guys, we got 1 more minute. I like to end on like a round, like sort of like number. I don't know. Your son turned 32. I can't. Ugh, no. What do you mean one day my children are going to be adults? Hate it. Hate it. Don't like it. Can't stand it. Not allowed to grow up ever. Over it. All right, chat. We're going to go. I'm going to go try to wear this kid out and then see if I can get him down for an NAP. And so hopefully we will be back in a couple of hours this afternoon so we can close out this goal before I go watch Toy Story 5 this evening. I love you guys so much. Thanks for being here. We will see you guys later. Have a great day, everybody.